bad. It's got a lot. I don't know what to do with this thing. I mean, it's...
Right. I know. You just want to go off on it, though.
It's got that cutaway, and it's relatively thin body, so you're thinking, oh, this might be good for fingerstyle, but then you strum it, and you're like, oh, I could actually play some bluegrass like that.
Yeah. I love it. I'm glad you said that. Quentin King, welcome.
You bet.
Paul here. We are at Music Villa, downtown Bozeman, Montana. We are checking out Music Villa Custom. Okay, Martin, of course, builds these amazing custom guitars, and we spec them out. And sometimes we do some interesting things. And this one is really a cool guitar. So this is a Gotoh. Okay, we've done many of these, or there's an M36. The M36 is the standard series Martin that's a rosewood back and side, three-piece back.
Yep.
Gotoh, so you got single O, double O, triple O. Triple O and OM are the same body shape. And then you got Gotoh, 4/0.
Yep.
Okay? Or they call it an M.
Yep.
I don't know where, I keep forgetting to look up. I can't remember why they called it an M36.
Just because. Maybe, I mean, the distinction...
I did know this at one time. So anyways, Gotoh, or they'll call it an M36 is the standard one. But
if you know out there, leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment on there.
Yeah.
I used to know that, but I don't remember now.
Well, you're older now.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a lot, yeah. and it changes.
Well,
you get past a certain age and all of a sudden you're like, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot harder to think.
You got that CRS disease.
Yeah.
Can't remember
stuff.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
I can remember this, though.
Yeah.
When you just played it, that was amazing.
Oh, well, the guitar is amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, you're both.
Thank you.
No, it was great. The guitar itself sounds amazing. Mahogany back and side on this one. Adirondack spruce top. But, okay, these are normally 25.5 scale length, the regular long scale length. We did this one in a 24.9, so the shorter scale length. And so that's a little different as well. But look at the back, mahogany.
Yeah, it's...
And a cutaway, too. You normally don't see this in a cutaway.
Three-piece.
It does have a three-piece back. But it's all mahogany.
Okay.
Just like the M36, it's all rosewood, Indian rosewood back and sides, and there's three pieces. You can see it more on the Indian rosewood.
Right.
Because the wood is different
So
color.
the three-piece back itself is not indicative of a 36?
Well,
M36.
it kind of is, yes. They
generally, but
it is.
When you
the
do a
M36
custom, like
is always
gets...
a three. Yeah, when you do a custom, we could do this in a two-piece back if we wanted to, but we just kind of keep it traditional to that M36, which is a three-piece back.
Gotcha. But I mean,
sometimes it's when you get wider, it's hard to find
a piece solid
big enough. Yeah,
that makes sense too.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people question that, but it's not. I mean, there could be 1,000 tests on this, and you could find, three-piece back doesn't sound better than a two-piece, and back and forth, and you could argue about it all day long. But in general, it's just, back in the day, it was to save wood, for that, on the dreadnoughts.
I'm all about frugality, and I can say that, the proof is in the sound. It's not compromised at all. And I've played... D35s, a lot of D35s.
Yeah, D35 is a great guitar.
That sound amazing, so...
That's my point. Three-piece back doesn't change, it's not...
I've played plenty of guitars that are two-piece that I'd be like, meh.
Right, yeah, that's the way to look at it. You could have a two-piece back, exact same specs as this, and all of a sudden that one doesn't sound as good as this one. Yeah. Or vice versa. It's just all...
It's just 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Exactly.
It still just comes down to the magic of that particular instrument.
This one's magical.
Yes, it really is. And I think, what I was getting at is, that surface area on the front is it makes this a big guitar.
Yeah.
And again, I'm very susceptible to powers of suggestion. So now that you've mentioned the short scale, I'm like, it feels really, really comfortable too. It feels powerful.
Yeah.
So again, I don't want to blow out the mic or in the room. Hopefully it translates. Big sound from a thinner
body.
Right.
Well, what we used to say all the time was the reason we always have an M36 in the store and Quado is a lot of people, that dreadnought, it's just the thickness of it, it might hurt their arm a little bit at some point. They get to a point where if they're sitting down and playing, this brings your arm down, and it's also thinner, and it's almost as big sounding as a dreadnought.
Almost as big. It's not quite there, but I mean, if you're...
it's a different tonal...
If you want a diverse guitar, a guitar that you could, pick along with in that type of bluegrassy style, I think this one would hold its own.
Yeah.
I'd have to get into the circle and see how you're doing. There's always, some banjo player that's gonna, try and melt
bring
faces.
His banjo.
Yeah, bring his banjo. Yeah, but the dreads can be big and tough to compete with. But I think this one would hold its own. But what's nice is if you are a fingerstyle player, you've got that depth on the low end to draw on.
Yeah.
And it just feels good. It's hard to explain how good it feels when you can literally, the guitar's kicking back on you with some depth and that resonance, and it's just pleasing from this side. And you still got the crispness of the mids and highs and the playability if you're a shredder and you want to get all up here and do that stuff.
I like it.
Yeah, this is a guitar
it's
for
also
all seasons.
On these customs we do, it's a one-piece mahogany neck, thinner top, it's sanded a little thinner, but Adirondack, golden arrow bracing. Cool guitar. Music Villa, Quado, short scale, mahogany. Quentin?
Cutaway. Beautiful.
What kind of cutaway?
Venetian.
There you go.
Right, I think we might have messed that up in the other one. Florentine, Venetian. Florentine's the sharp one, right?
Yeah, like that.
Like this one. Okay.
All right.
I'll never
We got
remember that.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.